Yo, it's going down. It's your boy Jay Gibson, aka Fort Knox, aka the $1 Million Manager, aka the new face of finance. Get used to it. And tonight is another edition of Boss Talk Live. We're coming to you live tonight with a special topic. And I suppose I have some real good guests that's going to be showing up real soon. So you just sit tight. We're going to get to it. But the topic of tonight's show is real interesting. I know everybody's been hearing about this Clubhouse app, right? Everybody's talking about Clubhouse. What is it? How do you use it? You know, what makes you viral on there? Is this really going to last? Is it just going to be a flash in the pan during the pandemic? We're going to get to all of that tonight. I got some great guests lined up in the building. They're going to be coming on, talking, doing their thing, giving their expertise, and showing you how to network on Clubhouse, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get to the intro. I got my first guest already in the green room, and then we're going to bring them on as they come through. But, you know, I got a full presentation for you tonight, so you want to pay attention. Make sure you share this out. Make sure everybody knows that we're on live, because you're going to want to take notes after this. You could get, you know, we could have been charging for this and all of that, but we're doing this for free for the culture, for you rocking with us over here at Boss Talk Nation. So I want to say thanks to everybody who's been coming through and tuning in. I got a couple more people coming in. What's up? I see you, Spider. What's going on with you? All right. So we're going to get you in the building. And, you know, let's get to that intro so we can get to the show. This is Boss Talk. Make sure you follow us all across social media at Boss Talk Nation. And if you're watching this right now, leave a comment in wherever you're watching this, and we'll highlight it on the show. If you got a question for these guests, if you want to know how to get your stuff popping on Clubhouse, tonight is the night. We got a bunch of big people. Everything should be good. So let's get to the intro, then we're going to get to the show. All right, so let's get to the panel. You know, I always bring the ladies up first. So this is a very special person. She's part of the hottest room on Clubhouse right now, the Industry Connect show. They're doing it live every morning, giving you game. And she came through just for y'all, just to give y'all some insight on how you get your levels up and how you take it to the next level. All right, so let's get her to this. Is Spider in the building? Let's get her to the stage. What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
How are you? How you doing?
You know, just trying to get a little rest here at the grocery store. But, you know, I come in and still show love.
I see the palm trees. You know, what's the situation? What's really going on?
Oh, yeah, I'm on the west side, which is the best side. You know what I'm saying?
You know that for sure. So let the people know who you are. Introduce yourself if they haven't heard of you. I know where they've been at, but definitely just let them know what you're doing.
Oh, well, you know, it's Spider, and, you know, it's the Connect for me. It's Industry Connect every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Clubhouse, on the biggest room on Clubhouse. And as well, we launched our website, which is Industry Connect Show. And we're actually starting our podcast February 3rd as well. And we're waiting for our show to get picked up that we just shot the pilot for us.
Perfect. I mean, I see the visuals, everything. We're going to get into all that tonight. What you guys doing that's making you stand out, making you different. And that's why we wanted to, you know, bring you on so you could share your experience and give the guests, and give the other panelists and also the audience some game on how to level up their Clubhouse game. So let me get a couple more guests that just came through. I got my man Slick 23 in the building. What's going on? Is you live? We live. All right, we get him out of here. We come back. We get it together. We live, y'all. So, it's going to be crazy. I got my man St. James in the building as well. He's moving and shaking. So, but the topic of tonight, let me share my screen real quick because I put something together that I think you could definitely help me work through. And it's basically some principles of how to network on Clubhouse. So, as we go through, we can just give your insight and your expertise on what's going on with the situation. So, the first thing I have here is purpose. And I think this is very important to start out with tonight because there's a lot of people that's just learning about Clubhouse and really doesn't know the value of it or the opportunity that's there. And if like any social media app or any endeavor in business, you need to have a purpose for what you're doing. So if you're using the app just to holler at the shorties or do whatever you got to do, then this may not be the show for you. But if you want to use this app and this platform to network with people in your industry, to get insight, this is like getting a front row seat to a conference, that's free right now. So what do you think about having a purpose on the value of that when you're using Clubhouse?
Well, you definitely have to have a purpose in life. Okay, first and foremost, it's crazy you bring this up because I always talk to the younger generation about, when they're kind of trying to find their lane. I always ask them, well, what's your goal? What are you trying to do with yourself? What's your purpose in life? Kind of when you find out those reasons why you're here, why you're brought on earth, to serve or service or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Once you finally tap into that, it helps you then create your path and your lane and your direction that you want to go in, and focus on the things that it'll take for you to achieve those goals. So definitely purpose is 100%, like you can't do anything without knowing your purpose in life.
Right. So just to get some clarity, when you guys put the group together for the Industry Connect show, what was the purpose that you thought that you could definitely set yourself apart from everybody else on the app?
Well, experience, especially myself, with being in entertainment, being an actor, a mogul, just an all around about person coming from, the generation that I did. I'm an 80s baby, and having that mindset. We're coming from, the projects, moving all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I was able to level up on my own and be able to create that path, knowing my purpose. I knew my purpose when I was in the 7th grade. I knew what I was going to do in life, and I actually achieved. I manifest everything that I spoke out, and I'm still doing that. And so my purpose when I got on a platform, and my mission was to give everybody a voice and let them know that your voice is very powerful, and everything that you speak out can come to existence if it's up to you to put that work in.
All right. So I got another boss in the building, and he's going to add his expertise. My man St. James, all the way out the Midwest. What's going on with you, player?
What's good, fam? How you doing, man?
I'm good. I see you on the move there, man. We're talking about Clubhouse and, what's the best ways to network on there. So, being that you're a music industry vet, Spider, if you don't know, St. James is one of the top promoters. He's definitely, had his pulse on the finger of hip hop, especially out in the Midwest region, but he's got connects all over the country. I'll let him tell his own resume, but let the people know specifically, introduce yourself, and then we'll get into what you feel as far as why it's important to have a purpose when you're networking.
Yeah, man. I go by the name of St. James. Like you said, I've been a Midwest tastemaker for about 15 years now. One half of Stop Beefing Radio. I do digital marketing for the USA Today. I'm also an A&R for Hitmakers, a music group with Universal Music and Warner Brothers. And just all around, mover and shaker, man, trying to make it make sense. But to answer your question specifically, it's focus, man. Purpose is divine. You know what I'm saying? Like, purpose is something that, once you find it, it's given to you. It's God given to you. But it's up to you to really attack and find the purpose. So, as far as trying to network on Clubhouse, I look at it like, this is a area and space where you will be able to reach people that you would never be able to reach otherwise. Like last night, I was talking to the A&R for Apple Music. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been out to California this year, but it gave me an opportunity to network with somebody out in California that I probably would have never met otherwise. So, from a Clubhouse perspective, if you're able to attack it in a specific manner, and let me say this as well, it really goes back to general networking principles. I always talk about, the introduction, right? You have the introduction, you have the follow up, and then you have the holler back. And those three things, if you're able to complete those three things, that will really help your networking skills go a long way. Because it's really all about who knows you at the end of the day. And so, being able to introduce yourself to somebody and then follow up and then holler back. After the holler back, you'll have a general, a generally stronger relationship than you started out with.
Right. And I think that's definitely something that that's valuable. You know what I mean? So as far as Spider, I was going to say to you, I have your website up here. We can share that with the people and let everybody know kind of what's going on and how y'all moving and shaking out there with the Industry Connect show. Just in case, so they can get familiar with the brand. So let me throw that up there for you, and then you can kind of talk us through what's going on with the website. So I see it here. If you guys didn't know, here's the guest, and can you introduce your co-hosts and stuff? So they're supposed to come through, but we'll go ahead and keep the show moving until they pop in.
Okay. I'll send them a message too when I finish. But yes, Castro created the platform. We actually been rocking with each other since Christmas Eve. Kenfo Kia Shine is a co-host as well as myself. Our website just launched today, thanks to our manager Mosin Pictures, and here you'll see we're actually at OG Hoodrich facility where we really came together and connected. We kind of did like a little cypher type performance there because it's we celebrate the arts, but it's Industry Connect is not just about that. Like he said, it's making conversation with people that you wouldn't have made conversation with prior to the app. Building those relationships, building that network. On here, we talk about different events we have going on. We've highlighted tons of chefs that came our way and blessed us with different meals, situations that happened, such as Gilly the King with him blessing one of the young ladies on our first Sunday service that we call, because we have morning coffee with Kenfo, prayer in the morning, inspiration for your motivation, for your situation. And so Gilly was on our platform and spoke, and lady was homeless in Florida. She actually got flew in from from Florida to Atlanta. He cashed out for some money, several others. Like, it was a heartfelt moment. Everybody cried. So you'll see the articles there. We did a radio interview, our first one with Fubu Radio. That's highlighted on our website as well. And then our merch line should be dropping actually, I think, by like midnight. So you can see our Industry Connect apparel. Like I said, tons of our interviews that we have already done, and then our upcoming events, like I spoke about with our podcast.
Right, and I see it. Everything looks great. Congratulations on launching the site today. It's definitely a good look, and I was going to go ahead and play this little video clip so everybody can see what's going on with y'all and how y'all get down. So just let me play this for the audience, and then we can discuss after that.
Okay.
All right, so we gave him a little preview of what the situation is, what's going on over there. But I got another boss. I definitely got to get on the stage. You have seen her everywhere. If you are looking to get your brand right, right? When you speak of brands, this is somebody who I look to for advice, and I'm pretty sure you do too. And I want to welcome her to the stage, Miss Nicky Saunders. What's going on with you?
What's poppin'? How are you?
Hey, I'm honored, and it's a pleasure to have you on the platform tonight. And I've got a topic I'm pretty sure you'll be interested in.
What you got?
Now, the topic tonight is how to network on Clubhouse.
Okay.
So
all right.
There's nobody better to speak. Now we have Spider on here. She's a co-host of the Industry Connect show. And I just got another special guest came in, my man D Castro. Let's get him in the building real quick. What's going on with you, brother?
What's going on?
All right, we got to get you where we can see you. So I'm gonna put you back on the green room, and then when you get your light on you, then we bring you back up. All right?
Oh man, you put me in the dirt. Oh man.
Hey man, we live, brother. We live. All right. So Nicky, let's talk about what's going on as far as Clubhouse from your perspective, and what do you see as far as brands that are trying to network, they're trying to get themselves known, they're trying to connect with people such as yourself and others, and how the best ways to go about that. We started off with purpose. Okay. So I'll let you chime in on that first.
So, I mean, Clubhouse is such a fresh app, like just brand new and raw, that anybody can really set the tone of how it really goes in the industries, right? So, though there may be a lot of people on there now, it still isn't enough to say these are the certain thought leaders, these are the certain brands that are taking over this, that, and the third. So I think when anybody comes on Clubhouse, you have to think about what is the real, like after your addiction week, I always call it, like there's a week that you're super addicted to, right? But after your addiction week, like what is the point of being on here as far as your brand? Like, are you trying to sell something? Are you trying to make connections? Are you trying to clear out the real estate, like at the clubs and everything like that? What are you trying to do? For me, I'm big on the connections. That has been a long game for me, right? There are people who are selling right away and who are doing all these different big stages. Cool for them. There's no shade on it. For me, it's about who I can connect with offline, and opportunities that you definitely couldn't get on an Instagram, definitely couldn't get on a Facebook or anything because it's so crowded. They have so many followers, or they're just not super active on those particular platforms. But for this platform with Clubhouse, you have to move with intentions, because if not, you could get very caught up in some really crazy stuff that I don't know if we want to talk about, but really some crazy stuff that if you're not cautious, that you will feel as if it is any other type of app. If it is, just another place I have to get more followers on and things like that, and have to figure out ways. But it's really a really dope place that if you are active, it is one of the easiest ways to get followers.
Right, definitely. And I appreciate that insight. And we're going to get into your brand as well. I mean, you think you got to come up here. I know what's going on with Beast Mode Digital. I mean, I'm in the text gang, replay gang. I'm on all that. You feel me? So, I definitely was anticipating you coming on the show. Let me get my man D Castro back in the building. You know what I'm saying?
He got light now. He got light.
He got the light. All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, introduce yourself to the people. Your co-host Spider, she introduced y'all. We showed the video. The trailer is looking dope. Congratulations on launching the website and everything that's going into that. But let the people know what's going on with Industry Connect and why they're the #1 room on Clubhouse right now.
Oh man, Industry Connect. Where do I start? Man, it's just pretty much all about just giving opportunities, not just to artists, but to people with brands all over. And at the same time, just bridging the music industry and all major industries, bridging the gap between them and the people. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But right now with Industry Connect, man, we got everything from billboards to TV pilots we just shot.
when we handpicked artists from our platform on Clubhouse and actually took them to Shade 45 with DJ K. Slay, gave them opportunity to be heard by millions and get interviewed. So that was dope. Coalition DJs anniversary, biggest event in Atlanta, one of the biggest. Also allowed them to perform on the stage alongside Rick Ross. So I mean, it's just pretty much like my platform on Clubhouse is all about, you know, giving opportunities. Actually changing lives as well, giving the floor to the people, allowing them to open up. We've had women break down, giving testimony, saying how my room has changed their life just for the simple fact that, you know, it's giving them something to occupy their time with. They actually able to relate with other people that are not just, you know, just regular people, but also they see celebrities and other public figures being vulnerable and relating as well. So, you know, all of that mixed into one, I feel like that has a lot to do with the success of Industry Connect.
Definitely. And like I said, I've been hearing a lot about it. I went and checked it out. You guys are definitely bringing that taste level. And that's something that Nicky can definitely speak to as well. So what I'm going to do is, because I think you on a speakerphone, I'll mute you out. And then when we bring everybody in the conversation, just so the audio can be crispy, all right? So I got you. All right. So, Nicky, when we're talking about the branding, what's something that you noticed that as far as taste level? Now, Clubhouse is an audio app.
Yep.
Right. But it's just in general, just what he spoke to, because they're doing something different. They're doing the audio experience with a visual presentation that really, like, you know, is very impressive with the stage and the lights and everything. So talk about how somebody can, you know, do something creative, kind of how they did to take their brand to the next level. And you got a fan too here. He said he like your Crenshaw gear.
Hey, you already know. So so the thing is, with audio, it has to be some kind of different creativity when it comes to Clubhouse, right? There's so many different opportunities to really stand out, just like he said and what he's doing. But even to the point of how are you engaging with the audience when they don't have a voice, there's no likes, there's no anything like that, right? How can you take them from one spot to another to maybe engage with you? How do you, let's say, even use the raise hands feature to do different polls? Can you get them to text you? Can you get them on Zoom while you're doing? There's so many different things that you can do during and after Clubhouse that not a lot of people are really exploring. I think right now they're super consumed with the app itself. It's a very FOMO vibe, which is fear of missing out. So if you're in the room, you're in there. The second it closes, you've missed out if you didn't go. So, but to bring a visual experience is something that still needs to be tapped in completely, that not many have really mastered. And that will be the key of any brand to truly, like, they're doing it different. This room, this club is doing it absolutely different.
Right. And that's valuable. That's valuable. So I wanted to get to one of my next pieces, and then I'll get you guys' opinion on that. And the first one was participate. The second one the first one was purpose. The second one is participate. So for participation, right? Let me just get that, pull that up. Right. You see the hands raised in the picture.
Right.
So on Clubhouse, that's a special thing, because if you're just in the audience and you're just listening and you're soaking up the game and you're trying to contribute to the conversation, you have to hit the button to raise a hand.
Yep.
But sometimes when people get on the stage, they're too busy promoting or trying to holler at somebody or doing some shenanigans, and then they get kicked back into the audience. So I'm gonna start with Spider and let her start and then we'll come back around and get each one of your expert opinion on why participation is key, and what do you prefer when somebody is allowed to speak?
Well, with us, participation is definitely key in their voice being heard. When you come into our room, you automatically are given a mic. So that's one of our features. That's one of our bonuses of our room, that everyone is heard, everyone speaks. And with that, we set rules, we set boundaries. Like, you know, when they speak, It's one mic. No one's talking over each other. They got 30 seconds to deliver what it is that they're giving. So we've kind of set, and it's been a month for us. So our platform has been very strong in um, setting up and facilitating a room that people respect. When our thing is the audience, they get put in the dirt here. Because the thing is, everyone, their time, their energy, and their gems, as far as our celeb moderators that come into the room. So out of respect, we ask everybody to, we sell them. We even got theme songs, okay? Get your pad and paper, get your pen, take notes, connect outside, outside, like she said, outside of the app. And we have created those visuals. That's how we released we got we filmed the pilot for the show. So we're tapping into other aspects of our industry connect room so that people can, like she said, have more than just that 4-hour connection with us. They can actually go and set forth what it is they're trying to do, what their purpose was. Like you said, going back to number one, their purpose. Okay, I came in here, I'm looking for a manager, I'm looking for someone to help me put my music out there. We heard the music. Now people said, hey, tap in with me. We also reiterate, go follow them on Instagram. Hey, they said tap in, make sure you tap in with them. And then it's the follow through. And we allow people then to come back later on, if it's that day, later on that week, and they give their testimonies. And we also, with our Instagram page, we have been able to showcase and broadcast to the world to say, these are the results from just this room alone. People are coming in here. Like we said, we took people to Shade 4-5 that will never have been able to have the opportunity to sit with DJ K Slay. You understand what I'm saying? So we're showing positive results by the positive missions that we're given with participation. So that is number one.
Okay. All right. Definitely. So I'm going to ask my man DeCastro a little crazy a question, right? So the next item on the list is politeness. And there's a lot of things going on Clubhouse when people do get in a room. Sometimes they can go back and forth. We saw some industry ones, with some of your favorite rappers and different platform hosts going back and forth. But what's one of the craziest incidents you've seen or been in a room with somebody and it just got out of hand?
Oh man, I probably had to say when Mulatto came in our room and tried to shut it down.
Okay.
Look at Spider face. I knew she was gonna make that. But yeah, it's like it's like a game that the celebrities play. Like even when I first got on Clubhouse, and I don't know, they just found it funny, and it's considered trolling, but they would go in the room, and they would go in rooms where people really wouldn't expect them to do what they're about to do and really wouldn't know. And they would probably just try to give them their flowers and try to give them, as we call it, the green bean, the moderator badge. And with that badge holds great power, and you can actually shut down somebody else's room with that. But early on we didn't know that, so us being the industry connecting, us trying to uplift every celebrity and public figure that comes through, we nonchalantly gave the green badge to 21 Savage, even Mulatto, Tokyo Vanity, Tusi. It's a list of celebrities that do it. But every time it gets done, they end up shutting down the room. So now it gets to a point where now if they do come in the room and we want to interview them, now we probably won't even give them the moderator badge. We done interviewed a couple of artists without the moderator badge, just for the simple fact that we didn't know if they were going to shut down the room. And when they do shut down the room, that does hurt the numbers and everything we got going on. And a lot of times it's out of hate. Like I said, we're the number one trending room on Clubhouse. And I'm one of the top influencers. So, they try to knock anybody out their position that they can,
Right. And I understand that. It gets crazy. So you definitely want to have some etiquette when you come in. Don't talk over people, and you're there to participate in the conversation. More than anything, you need to provide value. That was my last tip, is to say, if you're going to say something, have something to say. If you're going to promote your brand, make sure your stuff is tight. Your Instagram, I know Nicky, I definitely get on you. If your Instagram is looking crazy, your Twitter has got like 10 followers, and then you up here talking about you a boss. You feel me?
Right.
So, Nicky, I see you have your brand here, right? So
Yep.
Let the people know what's going on with this Deeper Than the Brand opportunity, and it looks like it's getting ready to be launching. And let's talk to people through it.
Yeah. So what people know as Beast Mode Digital is now called Deeper Than the Brand, right? So what it is pretty much what we do with Eric Thomas. We want to help pretty much the underdogs, right? So it's going to be a mix of like courses, templates, things that you learn on your own. And then there will be kind of like a suite for those who just can't do it themselves. Right. So taking you from zero to a whole personal brand is what's going to be happening with Deeper Than the Brand. So there has been like a small kind of like soft launch with the app and everything like that, getting the community right. But my biggest thing has always been helping people just understand that everybody has a story and everybody can create a brand of their own if they just tap into who they are. Right. And so that's why I call it Deeper Than the Brand, because it's more than just what we see in the front end. It's always about the person. It's always about the story. It's always about the value that we can't clearly see or that we actually kind of downplay because we think it's small.
Right. So yeah, it's definitely, I mean, you're definitely one of the head, I would say, head leaders of not just giving information, but giving details and stuff that people can act on. Things that people can take tips. I mean, every single day you're dropping tips on your reels, on your IG lives. It's all over the place. So you are definitely somebody who, like I say, I'm saluting tonight. You feel me? Because I wanted to, talk to you, about this opportunity. So you see here, for everybody who wants to sign up, let them know once they sign up, what's the next steps and, when you're going to be launching.
Oh, listen, we're looking at a February launch date, right? I'm not going to tell you when. You got to jump in, put the contact information out. And what the first part is going to be digital capsules, right? Where if you're notified, you'll get the opportunity to jump in, whether it's a workshop, whether it's a course, whether, it's a template or something that will add value to your brand. But if you do not step on it, like, it's gone. So that's why we're doing kind of the contact information. We're doing the digital products a little bit different than other people. So that's going to be one of the first kind of Q1 vibes for when it comes to Deeper Than the Brand.
All right, definitely. So definitely look out for that. If you guys want to level your brand up, if you want to learn from the master, if you want to, and the dope thing about your tips is they're not just applied to one industry, right? Mm-hmm. So, people in the speaking industry, Sean says what up as well. I let him know you're on here. You know what I mean? He definitely said what up.
Appreciate
and your methods and your analysis and all your tips and expertise can be applied to any industry.
Yep.
What we do here at Boss Talk is we mainly try to help entertainers transition into entrepreneurs, because a lot of, I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate as a creative, most of the times the creatives have all of the visuals, all of the music, all of the stuff. But then when it's time to do business, do you got the copyright? No. Did you register the business? No. Did you? Oh, I mean, I'm hot, right? So they just give, and I'll go around the panel to everybody. When somebody comes up to you with their stuff, and my man Ken Folk just jumped in. Let me just get him in, right? Slick 23 is in the building. Okay, so we got him on the panel. So I'll introduce you brothers in 1 second. But just while I got you here, and then we'll go around the panel. What is some advice you could give to somebody who is trying to get their music out there, that is trying to, they're creative at all, but they don't have the business acumen, right? What I teach people is to collaborate. Right. Find someone who may have those skill sets that you trust and build with them, because if you're naturally not, in that state of being, focused on details, it takes away from the creativity, right? So just from, your perspective, and then we'll go to everybody else.
Yeah, it's always about the team. As a creator myself, I had to learn the business side, right? That's something I had to learn, but I leaned on people first. I leaned on a team first and foremost, instead of, just being, I'm a creator. All I want to do is create. That's all I want to do. In that first mindset, you get screwed over a lot. there's a lot of opportunities that won't even take you serious because you have that mindset and that you have that action plan of I'm the creator. I just want to create. Right. So get a person, a team, something until you can learn it yourself. If you are just one of those types, for me, I'm always about I'll learn as much as I can from you now, but I will need to take control of it so I have a better understanding of it, right? So lean on somebody who is trusted. Don't lean on just anybody who just fills that gap, but who is trusted, and then learn the business for sure.
Right. Okay, definitely. And if you're out there listening and you want to reach her, she's very easy to reach. This is Nicky S on Instagram. She's on live all the time, and she'll, you hit her up. She might give you some game, or she might tell you get up out of here so you get your brand right. But let's get the other guests on the panel. I say my man Slick 23 is in the building. He's been waiting for a minute, so let's get him on and let's talk to him. You got to turn his camera. Okay, there you go, fam. What's going on with you, brother?
Good, man. I'm still trying to navigate through all this stuff and keep on doing something weird. You sound
feel you, man.
Like Megatron drowning under the water at times.
All right, so I mean it's a live stream, but we do the best we can to get everybody, especially when you're on a cell phone. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay and stuff like that. But what we're talking about tonight is how to network on Clubhouse. And I know you're somebody with some industry experience, and what advice could you give to somebody who's trying to get to the next level? And Clubhouse is a method to do that right now. It's new. You can establish yourself. So from your perspective, what do you think a new artist or a new business owner or anybody should do?
Well, for a new artist, I would think that they would need to go to the right rooms. It's a lot of stuff on Clubhouse, and I've clicked on a lot of these rooms just to see what was going on. Like, it's rooms that say baddies only, or it's just a lot. It's a lot of craziness on Clubhouse, right? So it's just filtering through what you be a part of, or to network, or if you're on Clubhouse to find a date, or if you're on Clubhouse to try to get industry advice or financial advice. So for artists, a lot of them they want to be known. They want people to know who they are, or they might feel like everybody should know who they are. So sometimes an artist might come into a room and immediately feel like they should be taken over in the room, or they should automatically have the green bean or a moderator badge, and and the room already has a flow. So they just kind of got to be patient and wait their turn. But a lot of artists, I've noticed that they don't want to really wait, especially the artists that feel like everybody should know them, and if they don't know them, they kind of get upset. So it's just being patient and making sure that you in the right room, and you in that room for the right reasons.
Right, and I appreciate that. So I got my man Kinfolk Kiashan. He's another one of the co-hosts on the illustrious Industry Connect show. We highlighting them tonight. So say what's up to the people and let them know, how y'all all came together. And your co-host already laid the foundation, but as far as your involvement and what's going on and what you're bringing to the table for 2021. You gotta unmute.
I always tell people, man, to use me, just don't misuse me. Because if you can't be used, you useless. And in my situation with Industry Connect was a scenario to where God used me to be able to speak life and to people that needed it at the time, inspiration for their situation. And I was just like what my kinfolk Slick was saying, artists like and an actor going into rooms, being hip to the new nuance of the social media, new nuances is going on with this. And I try to stay on the cutting edge of what's going on. So I go in here and God lead me to the room where I'm immediately used to be able to speak to somebody that was needing inspiration for their situation on the Industry Connect room. And it started from there, and I stayed there. Literally, I stayed in this room. The anointing was in this room, and it stayed there. And so it started from that. And when you give, like in my life, I've been blessed to be able to be around great people. You know, Drake, Best Ever Had, Gotti. You know, I've done some cool stuff, and I've seen some cool things start from the beginning. Even when it was my turn to be like an artist, it was like I found a record. It was my time to do something. So I've been around cool people, and I got around these with Spider, and I get around Castro, and we link up, and there's an energy there. And with two or more gathered, God is in the midst. And this thing, you know, we're shooting a pilot for our show with Slick, somebody that I also knew when I first moved to Atlanta, and that when I early was on my grind before I got signed with Universal. So it's like, you know, iron sharpened irons, knives sharpened knives, and definitely was around the right energy. And if you get two or more gathered in God's name, basically, it don't tell them what can happen if y'all on the same accord. So basically, on this app, I linked up with people that are on the same accord and grind like I grind, and that alignment took place. You know, and when things are aligned and God aligns certain things, you can do a lot of things with people you just met. You know what I mean? You can do things. I got family members I never got money with, but I got people that I just meet that I could do a deal with. You know what I mean? In 2-3 months. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, to me, it's just God being able to align you with the right people and the right energies. I ask God to remove the wrong energies from my life and bring the right ones in my life every day. And
Right.
he leads me to this room. He leads me to these individuals, and we link up and like minds. You know what I mean? Like minds. You know, it starts to happen from there. So that's what we've been doing. There's been a wave. There's been a buzz. There's been happening from it, and there's been increase, and there's been the testimonies from people that have received more business and received more engagement and received free jewelry, like I call it, free gems, free jewelry, like for listening to these rooms. And even myself, I was speaking in one of our other rooms we got today, and it was just about how to network, because we do several rooms on our Industry Connect, you know, Clubhouse, and we got like the official Clubhouse, so we got these different rooms. And I'm in there talking on most of our managers' room, and I'm speaking on what the topic was about networking, and then Forbes magazine hears me talk, and then they DM me, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's Forbes. So it's like, if you got something to say, and you really living what you're speaking what you feel, really out here eating what you kill, it's like people gonna pick up on that, and you're gonna grow from there. But it's like, if you can't be patient and you can't wait till it's your time to talk, because I come in the room, hell, I still come in rooms now, and I do wait for a minute, but then it's like, at the end of the day, if you know you can add value and you need to speak, then you got to get up there. And you got to make sure you DM somebody so you can speak. So at the end of the day, you know, I ain't mad at somebody like doing what they got to do, but you got to be patient too, though. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to be patient. I feel like it's courteous. You got to be courteously aggressive. You know what I mean? You know, but in the situation with Industry Connect, it was just like, you know, I come in, I didn't know what a mod even was. But it's like, okay, now I see what it is. And it's just like being verified on the gram or whatever. But at the end of the day, the gram is pictures and stuff like that, and a lot of the cap in their app. And this right here, ain't no cap in our app. You know what I mean? Ain't no cap in this app. You got to be what you say you are. Because you got to speak. When you speak, you better be speaking with your actions. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you can network to increase your network. But sometimes somebody going to follow up. And when they follow up to get their dollars up and they see that you lame, you're going to just get swallowed up. You know what I mean? So, you know, this is what we doing out here, man. We really putting this thing together. We really out here in these streets with this Industry Connect, man. You know what I mean? We outside, we the new outside, and then we outside too.
Nah, that's what it is, man. And I know your pedigree from the music business when you first got started and everything. So you definitely have brought a lot to the table. And I want to bring our last guest up for the night. This is a brother who's got his own business, and he's actually working with his son, is DJ Bossmatic and DJ Little X. Say what's up to the people. I know you've been patient waiting in the green room. So, you know, I'm going to give you a chance to shine and let you talk to the bosses to get some game real quick before we get out of here. So what's going on? Introduce yourself.
My name's Dave G. I go by DJ Bossmatic. It's my son, Xavier Gonzalez. He goes by DJ Lil X. And we have a brand that we started with the fragrance line. It kind of flourished and went into different products and stuff like that. And he's actually a recording artist and actor as well. So we kind of embedded in a bunch of fun activities that actually evolve around the brand, so to speak. So it's a lifestyle.
Definitely. And I got your brand right here so everybody can take a look real quick. I just wanted to share it. I mean, you guys are doing a lot of things. You're doing merch. You got your own fragrances. You got a lot of stuff going on. So, man, then we out. Peace. I'll see y'all next week.
As an artist, we should reflect the time.
Why you so talented?
Because I'm black.
Why you so amazing?
Because I'm black.
It's really important that we build characters so that people understand their story matters.
2 Chainz and I both are just really into good food.
And when you know you are royalty, you will only aim in life to be royalty.
We're doing it right now. I don't give a damn what they say about me. Yes, I called your ass out. I know I shouldn't be saying this kind of.
Shout out to Hype Magazine Network.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine Network.